Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a bit of a tutorial. We're going to make some Christmas gnomes per request of Lipstick Legion Crafts. My friend Liz is here. She actually taught me how to do this, and she brought all these goodies for us to play with. First thing I'm going to do is tell you what we need to make a gnome. I will try to insert some pictures of gnomes we made in here. And then you'll see the end product. But mostly what you need to get started is you need some fake fur. This fake fur was actually Liz got off of Amazon. She bought like those little hat pom-poms for people who knit. And they're drawn together with a drawstring. We cut the drawstring, made it flat, and it was enough for a beard for a gnome. Oh, my dog is choking. You all right, buddy? You're good. Okay, you can also get fake fur at Joann's or Michael's. The only thing to be aware of is when you're cutting the fake fur on the back, you don't want to actually cut the fur part. You want to take an X-Acto and you just want to gently cut through this backing, or else your fur is really squared off and it doesn't look like natural hair. So, but if you notice, see, if you cut just along the backing, the fur kind of like poofs out and you can't even tell there's a backing on it. So that's for your beard. You're gonna need some scissors that you can cut everything with. Wire, socks. We do have fabric scissors, but don't use your fabric scissors on metallic stuff or hard stuff, because you all know what happens. Then they're dull as dishwater. Anyway, you'll need 2 different kinds of socks. Now I got these at the Target dollar spot. I got 2 pairs. 2 pairs will make 2 gnomes. One for the hat, one for the body. You pick your colors, you pick your patterns, you pick what you want your gnome to look like. You'll need a white long tube sock. Now it doesn't have to be this long because we're going to cut it off probably about halfway. The shorter you cut it off, the shorter your gnome is. The longer you cut it off, the taller your gnome. Now I like to make gnomes of multiple sizes, so also don't throw away the top. You can make a snowman out of it later, or you can use it to make the noses, the stuffing for the noses, which is what I do. So anyway, white sock, tube sock, you know, athletic sock variety. Dental floss, because though I use small rubber bands to hold things in place, rubber bands can degrade. I want people to be able to use these season after season, year after year. So dental floss, we always double wrap with dental floss. You're gonna need these fiber fill pellets. You don't need a lot. Some people fill the whole thing up. We found a better way to do it. They're called poly pellets. This is what the box looks like. She gets them from Amazon. Toilet paper roll. This helps your gnome stand upright, and it also helps you from using a lot of extra filler and batting when you go to make your gnome. Batting. You can use, fiber fill, like you'd use to make any old stuffed animal. You can use extra quilt batting. You can use, leftover pieces of your sock if you really want to. Makes them a little lumpy. Just a disclaimer there. And I think, hot glue gun. And you'll also need this in case you burn yourself with a hot glue gun. This is just water with ice cubes in it. I think that's pretty much it for supplies. We're going to get things together a little bit, and then I'll come back and show you how to assemble. Okay? Thanks. Bye. Okay, so one of the things that I forgot to mention is, as most of you are probably crafters, you're going to need, like some things to decorate your people, your gnomes. I find that floral picks from the Dollar Tree or the dollar store are awesome because you can take them apart and use like the pieces off them. Pardon?
Garland?
Yes, garlands. What else did you use, Liz?
Picks, garlands, little bitty tiny garland from the
bells,
Target.
Like
bells.
Christmas bells, Christmas balls, decorations, anything that is ornamental and small enough that you can take apart and make, a decoration for like his hat, or even we put some in their beard sometimes, decorate around the bottom of them. At any rate, that's one thing I forgot to tell you guys need.
Mini decorations also work really well.
Yeah.
Mini ornaments.
Yeah. So Okay, so we're gonna first take the tube sock, and Liz reminded me that we use the over the ankle socks because you get it over the calf, pardon me. But if you you don't have to get them that big. That's just what you happen to get at Walmart. And like I said, the length of the tube sock determines the height of your gnome. So anyway, I'm just gonna cut mine in half. And these are fabric scissors, so I mustn't use them on anything else. Here, Liz, here's your scissors back. She guards them with her life.
Sorry, scissors.
Okay, so then we're gonna roll this down. Well, let me make sure I'm in frame because that would be helpful. I'm gonna insert the toilet tissue tube into the center. Can I have the scoopy, please, hon? This is very messy. It makes a lot of detritus all over your house. I'll just warn you. Then you want to take your scoop. You can use a spoon. You can use anything that's going to carry these pellets. Fill the tube. Pretty much all the way to the top. I'm getting pellets everywhere. So my dog doesn't eat them. Okay, so you want to fill your tube to the top. Then what you want to do is lift your tube a bit so that your gnome gets like a little cushy bottom, because that keeps him upright. That weights it. You know, it's like any other stuffed animal that you want to stand upright and has a rounded bottom. You want to have like just a cushy, heavier bottom for it to sit on. Okay, then you pull
the rest of it, your tube now. Fill your tube a little bit more.
I don't know. I don't usually fill my tube a little bit more. I'm trying to be frugal with these pellets.
I do.
The pellets are extremely expensive. That is the expensive part of the craft. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of my batting and I'm going to tear it apart, and I'm going to stuff my gnome body around here.
And I stuff one right in the top of your tube there.
I do that at the end.
Okay. I stick it in there just so your pellets don't come out.
I could do that. Probably wouldn't hurt anything.
No.
You know.
I have knocked
see, that's my problem. It
I have
pops right
knocked
back
all
out.
of them out.
Anyway, stuffing is stuffing. You know, you just, he doesn't have to be perfectly round. He doesn't have to be perfectly symmetrical. He's a gnome. Everybody's body grows different. This sock is going to get covered by one of the colorful socks. I'm just trying to slide this down to the bottom so that the you know, this is moldable because it's stuffing. So you don't have to worry about if there's a protrusion or a bulge. You just, you know, squish it out.
Move it around.
Yep. Okay, I think it's actually a little taller than I make most of my names. Uh-oh. Hold on a minute. Catastrophe. All my beads came out the bottom. I gotta move my stuffing down. He's gonna be really protrudy at the bottom. Okay. Again, I'm just gonna gyrate him around a little bit. And once I put the outer sock on, I can definitely change my stuffing, add stuffing, make it, you know, more of the shape that I want it to be in. But let's just mold him a little bit. Hold up.
A piece on this side.
Hold on.
This tube is sticking.
I'm not there yet.
This tube is just a little wonky.
Yeah, my tube got a little wonky. But, you know, it really, like I said, it's not an exact science. It's just to fill him out. See, if you keep molding it like this, you can make him perfectly, I'm a little bit off camera, I'm sorry, perfectly any shape that you want. Let me move this up a bit. There we go. I hope I didn't do most of that off camera. Knowing me, I probably did. Anyway, so then I like to use the tube to make a bit of a neck here. This needs a little bit of stuffing on this side. Yes, perfect. And then I put like a little ball on top. Now he strictly does not need a head, which sounds really strange, but is true, because the gnomes that we make basically just have a nose and a hat where their face should be. And that sounds strange, but you'll see. Now I'm trying to decide. I think I want this as my front. So what I'm going to do is, Lizzie, can I use the fabric scissors for a moment?
Yes.
Is take my tube sock that I had previously used, cut a little slice off it, because I like these as noses. I like my noses to be moldable. I like to be able to shape them, and then I roll it up into a ball, and I take some little rubber bands, and these are like you know, like when you do little tiny braids in your kids' hair when they're little. They're slightly bigger than braces, rubber band. I know that I've seen them in the drugstore. They're like the Goody brand.
Dollar store.
Dollar store.
That's what I got. Dollar Tree, Dollar Store.
Okay, so then I take this and I decide where I want his nose to be. Let me move him down a little bit.
You can also use cotton balls.
Yeah, you can also use a cotton ball, but some people like a gigantic nose. I am not a gigantic nose person. I don't find it appealing on my nose. But anyway, so you see how you can gather it around. You take another one of these. Oh yeah, like that.
Already cut.
Little doohickeys. All these little rubber bands, and you make his nose. Then you can stand him upright again. And I know it looks very oddly shaped at this point, but trust me, the more oddly shaped they are, for some reason, the cuter they get. I don't know why. And then I'm going to take another one of these little rubber bands, and I'm going to put it around his top knot here. And this is the part where we like to add the dental floss, because like I said, the rubber bands can degrade over time. That's also why we've chosen not to use rice, because you could use rice as a filler instead of the poly pellets. It would be extremely more efficient as far as money. However, they do, if you store them in the garage or something like that, or the attic, it can draw vermin. If the rice has not been properly handled at the factory, it can have those little bugs in it. I don't want any of that stuff happening. So anyway, I take a little bit of my dental floss, and I'm going to tie a knot several times. I'm going to double it. I'm going to wrap it around as many times as makes me feel comfortable and know that he's not going to come undone. And shore up the rubber band for his nose. Cut off my little ends. Oops, needs to be a little bit tighter. And then I want to do the same for his top knot. And I know some of you people are perfectionists. You obviously know I am not. Try not to be in this case, because the more wonky and the more goofy he looks, the more adorable and lovable he is at the end of the process. I know that sounds crazy, but it is absolutely true. So this is what we've got so far. Stand him upright. Mold him a little bit. And then you need to take your two socks and you need to decide what you're going to use as his body and what you're going to use as his hat. I think I'm going to use the stripes for his body. And I think I'm going to use this one for his hat. So now we're going to dress him. You putting the heel in the back. You're going to wedge your little friend into the sock. I like to center the toe on the bottom, because then it's, you know, either hidden, or if he's stuffed out enough, it just looks like a stripey around there. Heel in the back. Pull it up over his little head, and this is what you want him to look like. Just with the nose peeking out, you want this up around as far as you can get it. I know you're thinking, well, yeah, where's his head, where's his hat, all that. Mister, stop. And at this point, you're going to want to glue this at the top so it doesn't come undone, or, you know, so it's firmly adhered. Now you can use your Fabrifix. We use hot glue usually. I'm not a big fan of hot glue because I'm not a fan of burnt fingers, but you know, here we go. So, you're going to adhere this. Now you can glue it under the nose. You don't have to because the way it's pulled up. I generally don't. And if you have a bigger sock, I generally leave the bulk here because then it's hidden by his beard when you put his beard together. This is going to be hard for me because I know I'm going to burn myself and I can't curse on YouTube. So if the camera suddenly shuts off, you know what happened, or there's a strange edit. Okay. Plop that up there. So this is what it looks like. So it basically looks like somebody in a sleeping bag. Okay. Next thing we're going to do. No. Yeah. All right, let's do the beard next.
So, blush his nose.
Oh, that's one thing we forgot to tell you about. Blush. Did I bring blush? Did you bring blush?
I did not.
Okay.
But I figure we always have it around.
Okay, well, I'll do it at the end then because I have to go get it. But we're going to blush his nose.
I would blush before the beard because sometimes if you use white, it gets on your beard.
Okay, well, I'll be back. I hope that was filming. Okay, I'm back. We're filming again. So this is just some very light colored CoverGirl blush. It's my actual blush that I use every day. I find that the lighter the color, the better, and cheaper. You can use Dollar Tree. You can, you don't need expensive cosmetics for this gnome. So we're just gonna pink up his nose a bit. So it makes him look like he's been out in the cold. It also gives it a little more of a flesh tone so it doesn't just look like a white tube sock. I like to make it a little darker at the top. I don't know why. It's just what I do. And I also like to mold his nose a little bit right here. You don't have to do this. Most people do not. I just think it makes it look more nose-like if you pinch it a little bit at the top and the bottom. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is his beard. Now what I do is, you see the way the fall of the fur goes. It goes in one direction because if you go against it, it kind of, all your fur looks weird. It doesn't really look like a beard. So in this case, my fur is going in this direction. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to cut a little tiny notch up here. I may have to, make that a little bit bigger. And then you see this notch will fit directly around his nose. I actually think I'm going to make that even a little bit more bigger because I want him to look like he has a full mustache as well. You don't have to cut the whole V, just cut down into there. See, that makes his mustache a little bit fuller. And when you decorate these, you can pull it out. You can cut a notch in here so he has a separate mustache and beard. I like mine to just look crazy and full and a little bit nutty. So that's what I do with mine. So now I'm going to glue this on with some hot glue. Glob up all around his nose because you want it to stay real good. This is where I usually burn my fingers to death. So tuck that up around his nose. You can use a popsicle stick, the end of your scissors, anything to keep you from burning the heck out of your fingers. Or if you're smart, you just get a low temp glue gun. We're not smart.
Here's what we had.
Yeah, I mean, as crafters, because I believe that most of the people who follow my channel are, crafters, bookmakers, scrapbookers, etc. But you get the clue. So anyway, next thing I do is put his hat on. I like to, I'm not a big fan of the heel on the hats. I usually put it on and then I arrange it so that I can glue the heel so it's not visible. So I like to put it on one side or the other, depending on how I want his, come on, stand up for me. There you go. Depending on how I want his, want it to fall, which side I want it to fall on. Now, if you have cuffed socks, you want to roll it up. I don't like that because it shows this messy inside. I just leave the cuff as it is. And you pull it way, 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 way down. So it's covering, because you're not going to give him eyes. So it's covering right up to his nose and all the way around. And I am going to hot glue this on. And I am going to pull this section down like that. See that fold? And I'm going to glue that as well. That's just my personal preference. You do not have to do that. Most of my friends don't. I like it better that way. I don't know why. It's just the way I choose to do it. So again, I'm going to very gingerly add my hot glue so I'm not cursing. Come on. It's not coming out. There we go. One thing is I am a messy gluer, and you have to be really careful because hot glue, once it's on there, it's on there. You can't get rid of it. It's just, you know, an eyesore. So just be a little bit cognizant of that when you're putting your gnomes together. Ouch, see? No cursing, no cursing, no cursing. Cold water.
Your paper towel you can dry your finger off with.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jeez Louise.
That's why we have little blisters on our fingers.
Yeah, I know.
Crafters tend to have iron fingers.
Well, you know that I have baby hands, so. Apparently, even though I like to craft, I was not born to craft. I'm using this spoon because I don't want to burn the crumbs out of my hands. That one hurt.
It doesn't burn quite as much if you put it on there, give it a second or two, then push it on.
Yeah, I need that. Oh, no I don't. Never mind. Sorry. I had already glued that spot. Okay. I probably should have done this off camera so I could curse. That really, really does hurt, though, I have to say. That is a painful burn. I'm not a fan of hot glue guns. I much prefer the Fabri-Tac. It is expensive, though. And if you're going to make a lot of these, you know, you have to choose your battles. So, the side that I glue, sugar, 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 sugar hot. I usually flap the hat over to the side that I glue the heel closed on because it covers it a little bit better. And that's usually where I tend to put my decoration as well. So now I'm going to stop filming for a minute and pick out my decorations for him. And I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is an example of some of the things that Liz picked out that we have been using to make our gnomes last week. She got some poinsettia stickers at Michael's. Hobby Lobby, pardon me. Garland, which also looks like it was probably from Hobby Lobby. Some jingle bells. These were actually a garland, but we cut them apart. Mini pine cones. Would you say you got these at Dollar Tree or something?
Dollar Tree, see, $1 for the whole bunch.
$1 for a whole bunch of them.
Nice.
I only need one of those. She's got a couple of these picks in different colors.
You see more?
I really liked using these. I used these a lot on my gnomes last time. And then she got sort of things like this. And I may take this bundle of logs off because I like it and add it to the bottom of them. I'm still thinking that out in my head. Okay, so let's just cut some stuff off and see what we can get going here. For some reason, I'm completely attracted to this, and this is why you need these kind of scissors, because you're going to be cutting wire with them. This milkweed pod is adorable, but I don't know if it screams Christmas, and he's got a lot of white on him to begin with, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to use that or not. I'm definitely going to use this bell. I'm going to put it on the bottom of his hat. You can also use pom-poms. There were some really cute glittery pom-poms that Liz had last week that we used. I used a lot of these. These were really clever looking. But I'm trying to decide my color scheme here because he's got a lot of red in him already. I think I might use this silver one. Oh, here's the pom-poms we were talking about. Greenery, the greenery off your picks and your fake flowers look really nice. Oh, I kind of like this. I like this one. Yeah, let me figure out what I want to do with him. Sorry, my brain is in gear. Right, I'm going to use some of that and maybe my pine cone. Yeah, let's go for it. Okay, so the first thing I do is kind of glue my hat down so it's in the position that I want it to be in. That way I know how I want my decorations to lie. So see, and I'm not touching this because it's hot glue and I want it to cool. But I'm going to lay them down then, because then the hat will kind of stay and you'll kind of know how you want to position things on him. I think I'm going to glue this on next. And let me tell you, I'm really thinking about Fabrifix for the next one of these because I do not like the burns. Do not like them at all. Hot glue guns are not my friend. Okay, I'm going to cut some of these away. Oh. Sounds like a loud family is waking up, so I might have to cut away this. Maybe a little bit of that, yeah. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do is lean him up, stuff a little hot glue back here so I can tuck some things in, roll him over, and hopefully not burn myself. This, I'm going to tuck this in there. I'm going to tuck this in there. I'm still debating on the pine cone. I think I like it. I don't want it to be too much. I don't want his hat to overwhelm him, because really the thing about the gnomes is the beard. That's what makes a gnome. But as we've spoke about before, I need a 12-step program because I'm an over-embellisher. So yeah, what do you think, Liz? Cute?
Cute.
Okay, and then I'm probably gonna just glue this bell on the bottom of his hat. I'm definitely doing that off camera because I'm definitely gonna burn myself, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I glued this little bell on the bottom of his hat, and what I'm gonna do next is I want to put a little decoration next to him standing. So I like these little birch logs. I'm gonna glue them here next to him, and then I'm going to add a few little goodies. So let me add a craft ton of glue if the glue gun will cooperate. Guys, I'm telling you, I'm a big proponent of Fabrifix for this because glue guns do not like me. I either get, something's wrong, Liz, it's not coming out. Hold on.
You don't push the back.
I have to or it won't come out.
No, honey, that's not the way it works.
Anyway, so here, I'm gonna glue this here.
See?
Hold up, we've got a malfunction of the glue gun. Okay, we were having a glue gun malfunction. Glue guns are not my friend. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little glue. Did you burn yourself?
No.
I felt you jump.
No. Sorry, that was me pulling two glue sticks apart. Because I think that was what our problem was.
So, there. And now I'm gonna add a little decoration. These are miniature packages that Liz had got. Where'd you get those from, Liz?
Dollar Tree.
Oh yeah, glue gun's working a lot better now. Of course it's gluing up my table, but it's okay. I'm gonna add this little package here. I'm gonna put some glue on. I think I'm gonna cut this down a tad bit because it's very long. Hold on. Ah, glue gun, save me from the glue gun. Okay, I'm gonna add some glue to this little pick. I'm gonna glue that in there because it's very cute. And I think I need some more of these frosted berries because they're adorable. Let's add some glue down here. Tuck a berry in. And I think I need one more berry. What do you think, Liz? One more berry?
Yes.
And after he's done, I'll show you what it looks like at a better view. Uh-oh, I heard a berry go flying across the room. Grab it before my dog does. Now, a lot of this is personal preference and just finagling and using the things you have at hand, but I kind of think I'm done with him because, see, he's got this cute little stuff here next to him with a package. And I also found that if you want to use the heel of the sock, if you put the heel of the sock right here where his booty should be, and then you put two buttons, like flappy pajamas from Old Timey Flappy Pajamas, so that looks really cute too. But in general, that is how I make my gnomes. Now, if you want to make them shorter and have a bigger beard, a lot of people make them like that. I like to make them of all different sizes. So that's my gnome tutorial. And this is my first tutorial. And I know I was a little rambly and I shut it off a lot, but I'm hopefully going to fix a lot of that in editing. And I hope you try it out. And I hope this was, you know, I hope it was understandable. And let me know if you guys make gnomes. Send me some pictures. Put them on the Instagram. Tag me. Put them on Facebook. Tag me. Yeah. So, make some gnomes, guys. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.